Washington.
This your boy, Martin for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This your boy Jamari for here once again, and I'm here to review this latest episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Child, I keep on waiting for them to say next time on the finale of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but they keep on saying just next time, so that means there's still more episodes. I feel like this is the longest season they've ever had, and it's the most boring season that they've ever had. Like, you would try to make the longest season the better one, but this one has just been dragging on and on and on. I'm just like, okay, where is this reunion? Everybody's just sitting here waiting for the reunion because nobody even gives a fuck about whatever type of storylines y'all are trying to concoct. We just want the good shit so we can get this over with. just to be honest. So we start this shit off with Karlie Red, trying to go and appraise this ring that Live gave her because she feels like it's going to be fake. And her and Jessica Dye meet up in the jewelry store, and basically she finds out that it's fake, and the guy said it's only worth like $10. And I'm like, okay, on one end, that's fucked up. And it is kind of, cheap or promise ring or whatever. But at the same time, if you're a guy, which first of all, I don't even understand why Life did this in the first place, give her a ring to break up with her. That in itself, it is confusing. But on the other hand, if you're the guy and if you're going to do this, why would you pay a fortune for a ring to the bitch that you're going to break up with? I feel like it is more of a symbolic thing than actually trying to give you a real ring. Like, if I'm going to give you real ring and spend real money on it, I'm not breaking up. Because it's just like, if you break up with a girl, if somebody gives you a breakup ring, you're not going to really keep that shit. Hell no, you're going to go ahead and get some praise and see what kind of money you can get off of it. That's what you're going to do. And I'm not going to spend no money on a ring that's just going to get appraised. I might as well just give the bitch the money if I want to do that, So, excuse me. It makes sense that he didn't give her this whole big $1 million, like, what? So, Karlie's, making this whole hoopla. I think it's fake, this, that, and the fourth. But then again, Karlie, just before you talking about, he don't want to be, he don't want to be with me. He didn't give me a chance and blah, blah, blah. You was just sitting over there crying over Scrap going to jail. So I'm like, bitch, what? Then we get to Mimi trying to put Stevie on child support, and she's still making this whole speech about he's done all these things, he's never going to change, and the only way I can get him to do what he's supposed to do is try to get him on child support, and we're going to have this business relationship. And I'm just like, Mimi, I just don't know what... there's nothing more that we can say. I've watched other YouTubers, we've talked about this over and over again. We don't understand Mimi's plight at this point. Earlier in the show, we get it. We understood why she felt the way that she does, but at this point, I'm confused. I don't know what her whole deal is, but we're gonna keep on going, child. Next, we get to Tommy's old child. Tommy is special. Tommy needs very special attention, and so she's in this damn ballet class. First of all, she's drunk. And I'm thinking, like, I would think she would get kicked out of there acting like that, a fool. Everybody else is doing a little playing and she's up there. Like, what the fuck? This supposed to be therapy? And, KK. Bitch. I saw, because VH1 is good for these slow motion ceramic ass shots. I saw KK pushing a stroller. I thought she had her grandson in the stroller. And I'm thinking to myself, he seemed a little big for a stroller. That camera pans down. She got the damn dog in the stroller. Bitch, if you don't get the entire fuck out of my face with that, why are you treating this dog like it's a human being? Now, I'm not going to lie. I've put, like she has dog clothes on the dog and she does all this stuff, does her whole confessionals with the dog. That's a little bit much. I put clothes on my dog. And y'all seen Rue. No shame. Wait, is he back there? I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can see him back there. But yeah, he got his little sweater on back there. So that's not the thing. But the fact that you try to carry this thing around in a stroller, like this dog doesn't have fully functional 4 legs to walk on. Bitch. Anyways. she gets in there and Tommy's trying to spill her this whole idea about how Stevie tried to come to her room and molest her and talk about and try to make it seem like he wanted to do business with her. And next thing she knew, the cops were coming at her door saying that we got a call from an Atlanta number about you holding a vigilante or a fugitive or something crazy. And KK was like, girl. You could tell she really didn't believe it, but it was just like, I mean, is she really telling the truth? Like, did Joseline really, call the police on her, or is this just Tommy being drunk? I'm gonna take Tommy being drunk for 500, Alex. Okay, because even when she was talking about it, it seemed so overly exaggerated and just full of bullshit. So I'm just like, girl. And then she started crying and talking about how scrap affected that. I'm like, ugh, girl, just go away. Next, we continue to talk about bitches who need to go away. Joseline, I am tired of your shit. Okay? You making it seem like you just this big bad girl and you doing all this stuff to get back at all these other bitches, but you ain't really done shit but just try to lie and talk about how Stevie got other babies and shit. I'm like, okay, well, you want to get Stevie on child support, but then if Stevie's on child support and he has to issue money out, that's taking money from your wife, from your house. So I'm confused as to the whole thought process of what you got going on. And so she's on the set of this music video again. How many sets of music videos has Joseline been on of songs that we never heard? We hear them that one time and that be it. They film all these music videos that will never be seen. So she has some song called Rico where she is in some basic ass backdrop with some graffiti shit looking plain as fuck like it could have been made in Microsoft Paint. 1995, okay, Windows 95 on that ass, and she's throwing all this money and shit, and she got some queen next to him. Like, I don't know what he was supposed to do. He's featured on it somehow, but he was just, I don't know. Maybe editing can make that look better. Maybe it was a backdrop on some sort of green screen. I don't know. Within the screen would be green. I don't know, but it was just like, bitch, what are you doing, Joseline? She's still doing that broken Spanglish shit. I'm just like, girls, no. Anybody better fuck with this shit. But she takes that time and she invited Tiara over to talk about, what Stevie and, well, I guess she'd been saying about Stevie and Tommy and, that whole interaction that they did. I guess she's going around saying that she called the police on her. And she's just trying to figure out, okay, I don't know why Joseline is telling me this. But, if anything goes against Tommy, I'm all for it. So I think Joseline knew. And Joseline was just trying to get back at Tommy any way that she can. Like, she's trying to, get Stevie against her. And now he's trying to get, fuel the feud that she has with Tiara. So she's just trying to attack Tommy from all sides. And speaking of Tiara, she and KK probably have one of the most mature and sincere scenes that I've seen on this type of show in a long time. Like, she basically said, after seeing after the realization of my son being gone and me trying to do his wishes to take care of the family, I realized that I had to be the bigger person, and I don't want my grandson going through life thinking that his grandmother hates his mother, and that's not the kind of environment that I want to give, and that's not the kind of example I want to be. So I just want to say, I'm sorry. I want to continue to, be in his life, and we can bury the hatchet and get along. And, she was giving like real nigga tears. And Tiara was like, KK is not one to really cry. So I can kind of tell that this is probably sincere. So I guess their beef is done. They're trying to get ready for, I guess King's birthday party. And she wanted to be a part. So that was nice to see. So next we get probably one of the most staged scenes. After we get like one of the most sincere scenes, we get like one of the most staged scenes that I've ever seen, where Jessica Diamond is trying to hold this pink piece wig collection. Now, who gonna buy that? Y'all wanna look like Jessica Diamond? Is that a goal for you hoes to have these pink wigs? Where y'all gonna really? Jessica, baby. This is gonna be one of the things that may sell average or subpar and then disappear like it never happened, okay? Like all these other bitches in their lines of whatever. Okay, but so she's doing this whole photo shoot thing, and she invites Karlie to come, and she said that I did some more digging on life, and I wanted to let Karlie know about it. So she brings these two bitches. One bitch, I'm really not even sure why she was there. But they were both kind of telling like, oh, well, life tried to make a pass at me, or life did something to a friend, my friend, or this, that, and the fourth. And the girl says, I'm, life's baby mama. And she's like, I have proof. She came with the whole lie, not the lie detector test, but the paternity test and everything. And what confused me was, Karlie, you're not with this man. You in the confessional saying about how much is over, how much is fake, and this, that, and the fourth. But yet, when somebody is just telling you just to kind of emphasize what you already know about him being fake and all these other negative things, when she confirms that yes, he was messing around even while y'all were still dating, why did she try to fight? Like, I was confused as to why you're getting hostile with this girl. Like, all she's trying to do is just let you know. Okay? So why are you trying to fight, calling her thirsty and this, that, and the fourth? I mean, it's probably fucked up that she was, fucking him while y'all were dating, but it still just seemed random. And even when they fight, he was like, ugh, get off me, you bitch. Oh my God, you whore. Like, it was so terribly staged. I was like, if these bitches really want to fight, you know a real punch when you see one, okay? That bullshit was not a real She was like, you thirsty bitch. Girl, bye. And now we get to Mimi and Chris. Ciao. Okay. So, apparently, like we mentioned before, Mimi's dating somebody new, another woman. And Chris has been blowing up her phone, this, that, and the fourth. And I guess Mimi is over it. And Chris was, pouring herself out saying that I was brave enough to tell my family that I'm going through transition because of you. I'm having top surgery, basically meaning she's getting her breast removed because of you. You gave me this encouragement and this, that, and the fourth. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what we thought she was probably, transgender, since she said she didn't identify as being a male, but I don't know. I can't remember how she worded it before when she first came on the season, which made it seem like she wasn't transgender, but she didn't want to be labeled as a woman either. It was odd. But she's going through the surgery. I'm gonna, feel it safe to assume that she's, a transgender man. So she was just saying how she did all this stuff, and how Mimi's thing was, well, you broke up with me, but Chris said, no, I tried to give you space. And I thought that you would understand that meant that you weren't supposed to go out and do other things. And Mimi is like, well, bitch, if you meant something, you would have said it. And that's where me and Mimi are right here. Okay, I hate when people, especially in relationships or friendships or whatever kind of, relationship you have, if you are trying to communicate something, don't make the message something that I have to decipher, I have to unlock. Just say what you mean. Don't say something, drop a hint, and expect me to figure out what's going on. No, like, if you want me to understand something clearly, say it clearly so where there's no confusion, okay? Because if you say one thing but you mean something else but expect me to understand that you meant something else, then you can't be mad if shit gets misconstrued, bitch. And even after they broke up, they both said that they were still fucking. So it's like, I guess Chris has felt like, well, how can you say you don't want to be with me, but yet you're still fucking me? Which is it's something that happens so common. And that's a good question. I wonder why we do that. It's like, you break up with somebody and you decide that you don't want to be with the person, but yet still, you slide in they mailboxes at, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, what you doing? Can I come fuck? Like, you still occasionally fuck even after you've broken up. It's not going to be as often, but it's like you're weaning yourself off. I think that's what it is. I think I just figured that out. Do you have to continuously, like, fuck every so often just to kind of wean yourself off of a person? And then until you're finally done with them, okay, like, this is the last time I'm gonna fuck them, and then you're done. Like, you can't just do it. You can't just not fuck them anymore after you break up. You have to kind of wean yourself off. Is that how this works? If so, I mean, I guess. But Chris was confused. Mimi was pissed off, and doing her whole dramatic Mimi-isms. Y'all know how she do. But I was just like, okay, I guess this is gonna be a fight at the reunion. I guess. But we end this thing off, y'all, with Karlie Red going to Life's set of this song, Savage or something. And she sees him with the German chick. And my thing is, I don't understand why this scene even happened, okay? Y'all already had y'all blowout fight. He left you on the street. Then you find out that he gave you a $10 ring. Like, why are you still meeting with this man just to try to tell him about himself again? Like, that, nothing even came from it. You try to say, oh, he's fake, and you gave me a $10 ring, and he was just like, well, I mean, it wasn't a real ring, and it was just, like, dumb. She accomplished nothing in my eyes, and it seemed very rehearsed and just just seemed pointless. So, but that was Love and Hip Hop, y'all. I'm so ready for this to be over. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Yeah, and I filmed this in the Blackout video. If you guys have not seen the Blackout video, because I think these should go up around the same time, make sure you guys go check that out. It was a wonderful video. I talked about my whole experience, so make sure you guys go check that out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington.